After that incident, Xavier's behavior at school took a dark turn. Every day, he went out of his way to create chaos and disorder. Trash cans were knocked over, desks and tables were moved, juice was spilled on the floor, and he even emptied the chalk box on the teacher's desk. He relished in proclaiming, "We've got to make sure the janitor earns every cent of his salary. We're not running the charity here." And it became my father's daily task to clean up after Xavier's malicious antics. "Don't pay too much attention to him," even reassured me a week later. "He's just jealous and worried that we might make you part of the starting five." I tried not to let Xavier's actions bother me, but I was well aware of the immense effort my dad had put into providing for us. So I resolved to give my all on the basketball court, determined to demonstrate that I deserved my place in the school and on the team. One weekend, Evan hosted a party at his house, and it was a blast. His dad even showcased his collection of Japanese swords to us. Some of us stayed behind after the party to help with the cleanup. However, the next day, Evan addressed the entire team asking, "Did any of you come into contact with a Japanese sword with gold engravings? It's missing after the party." Evan didn't even look my way. But Xavier did. He immediately pointed fingers, insinuating, "If there's a thief in the room, we all know who it is. Andrew is the only one here who really needs the money." I was taken aback by his accusation. How dare he blame me? I finally responded, "Yes, it's true that I'm the janitor's son, and it's true that we don't have much, but at least we are honest." Xavier just laughed it off, not realizing that the rest of the team had begun to despise him almost as much as I did. 2 days later, Avon's father surprised us by making an appearance. "I know who stole my sword," he declared with a stern tone. "I want all of you to come with me as witnesses." We followed him, puzzled and curious. First, he met with the headmaster, who retrieved a set of keys from his desk. My dad happened to be mopping outside the principal's office. "Excuse me, sir," Avon's dad addressed my father. "Could you come with us, please?" My dad shot me a perplexed look, but he followed us. Together, we headed to the lockers, with the principal leading us to locker 55. "Hey," Xavier suddenly protested. "What do you think you're doing? That's my locker." The principal remained silent, but Evan's dad turned to Xavier with a piercing glare. "I know you were the one who took it," he accused. "I heard you say that you were planning to frame Andrew and his father, trying to get them expelled from this school." Xavier attempted to protest, but the rest of the team swiftly corroborated the truth. "Yes," Greg affirmed, "that was the plan." Xavier mentioned planting the sword in Andrew's locker after practice today, Peter added. Xavier stammered, "That's not true. They're just messing with you," but it was too late. The principal had already opened his locker. Lo and behold, tucked away at the back, obscured by schoolbooks and a varsity jacket, lay the Japanese sword, resting next to an old pair of sneakers. Xavier desperately argued, "I don't know how it got there. Maybe Andrew's dad planted it himself. He's the janitor, and he can open our lockers." The principal swiftly refuted this claim, stating, "I'm the only one with the master key, and I take it home every day." As a last-ditch effort, Xavier shouted, "You can't do anything to me. You meet me on the team. We have a game tomorrow." An hour later, Xavier's parents arrived and engaged in half an hour of heated arguments. When it was all said and done, Xavier was expelled from the school. Our practice continued late into the night, and even had to make significant adjustments to our game plan since Xavier was no longer part of the team. Avon reassured me, saying, "You'll play tomorrow. You can do it." Despite all the drama both on and off the court, I knew I had to put on my game face for the upcoming match. It was a grueling contest, and I did my utmost to provide Evan with a clear shot every time he headed for the basket. With 5 seconds left in the game, the score was tied, and I found myself alone in the paint. Evan was double-teamed, and he called out, "Hey, Andrew," as he passed the ball to me. I caught it, and the clock was ticking. I had to take the shot. Suddenly, all I could hear was the pounding of my heart. I leaped into the air, releasing the ball, and every eye in the arena followed its trajectory through the air. The tension in the air was palpable as everyone held their breath. When I heard the satisfying swish as the ball passed through the basket, the court's clamor returned with a vengeance. The stands erupted with jubilant cheers, and I couldn't believe it. We had won! My teammates swarmed around me, beaming with joy, shouting and shedding tears of elation. Amid the celebration, my father appeared, a proud smile on his face, and we jubilantly made our way back to the locker room, still brimming with excitement. Inside the locker room, my dad and I unexpectedly encountered Evan's father. "Great game, Andrew," he exclaimed, patting me on the back before extending his hand to shake my dad's. "I'm Austin, Evan's dad. I don't think we've had the pleasure of a proper introduction. You have a son who embodies honesty and responsibility. I can see where he gets that from. Let me get straight to the point." As Austin continued, he revealed his intention. "I'm a busy man, and I need an assistant. Above all, I need someone who's both honest and a terrific team player. Would you consider accepting the job?" My jaw dropped as I witnessed their handshake, and I noticed the principal observing with a proud smile on her face. In just a matter of weeks, our lives underwent a complete transformation. My dad was no longer working as a janitor. We moved into a larger house where the paint wasn't peeling off the walls, and I even had my own room. My dad, however, never forgot our roots. No matter what happens, he told me, "I will always be a hardworking and honest man, and I want you to grow up to be just like me."